for the Empowering You Show. This is a lively television show that is a driving force to positive transformation in every viewer's life. Our goal is simple. It is to elevate our audience members with clear, practical, helpful advice and engaging activities. We're here dedicated to sparking a journey of self-growth and empowerment, making sure each episode is a step towards professional and personal achievement. That's how we empower you on the Empowering You Show. So get ready, it's time. Helps if you unmute the mic. Hey, everybody, it's the first Thursday of the month. We are grateful to be here with you on the Empowering You Show. So why do we do the Empowering You Show? I'm so glad you asked. That's a pretty good question. We do the Empowering You Show to showcase business owners and businesses that might not otherwise get a chance to get media exposure. And today is no different. We have a phenomenal guest for you. But before we bring our guest, let me bring you up the sensational, sexy, smooth, sassy, and smart Shawnee Smith.
You are always so good for the ego. I am so happy to be here this Thursday, this first Thursday of the 6th month.
6th month already. Can you believe it?
What happened in those last 5 months? Where did they go?
I don't know where they went, but a lot of stuff went on in those 6 months. And so I'm wondering what business owners are doing right now to finish strong for the second half of the year. You got some stuff coming up, Shawnee?
Oh, we have some stuff coming up. But I want you to check your email right now, ladies. Did you get an exclusive invite to the 4th annual Sisters Inspire Sisters to Advance retreat held in Norfolk, Virginia? Check your email. Did you get an invite? Because you need to be in the room.
Oh my God.
To worry if you didn't get one, though. Not to worry if you didn't get one.
What's going to happen if they didn't get one?
Because you can email me or go straight to barbarahsmith.com and take a look and see if you belong in this room. I'm going to tell you the answer is yes. If you haven't moved the way you wanted to move in the last 5 months, if you want to make sure that your trajectory is going in the right direction for the rest of this year and beyond, you need to be in the room, ladies.
That's correct. And even if you are a male person, you know somebody, you have somebody in your life that wants to elevate their life or their business, this is the place to be. Go to barbarahsmith.com, and the first thing you get to see is the event details for Sisters Inspire Sisters to Advance. Okay. Having said all that, let me introduce to you someone I recently met. He hails from Danville, Virginia, where the Danville Riverwalk Trail is. It's a popular recreation spot on the Dan River. He's a profound mathematician. He has a passion for math, not one that I have, but that has driven his long and successful teaching career. His enthusiasm for numbers began in Virginia and has since inspired countless students. Thanks to his engaging and skillful teaching methods, which I got a chance to witness. He excels in making math enjoyable. You need him. And accessible. He helps students understand complex concepts with ease. As an author, he aims to extend his love for learning beyond the classroom. Through his writings, he seeks to illuminate the magic of math to students, parents, teachers, encouraging a deeper appreciation and understanding of the subject of mathematics. Help me bring to the show the one, the only, Barry R. Beck Jr.
For sure.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just thank you for that wonderful, magnificent introduction, man. I'm at all right now. So thank you. I appreciate you, boy.
You're so welcome. Barry and I met at a book signing, and I want Barry to talk about how he started in mathematics, because most young people, especially people of color,
Mhm.
struggle with math for one reason or the other. Most, not all, most.
Mhm.
But Barry loves math and he has excelled in teaching mathematics to other people. So tell us the backstory, Barry.
So when I initially started in college, my major wasn't education. It was actually physical therapy.
Whoa.
But I played football, so they was like, you can't do your practicum hours in physical therapy and play football at the same time. I was like, oh man. So okay, I had to pivot right fast. And I was like, okay, what can I do to give back to the community that gave me so much growing up? I'm like, maybe I'll get into teaching. Maybe. So my mentor, Mr. Donald Smith, from Danville, he played football as well. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here right now. So he told me, yes, that'll be an excellent thing to do. He's a special ed teacher in Danville, Virginia. And that's how I jumped into teaching. I started teaching first grade, and I noticed when I was teaching first grade that I was doing everything lecture style, just standing in front of the board and just doing numbers with the kids. And they were lost. They weren't paying attention. They was jumping all over the place. And I was like, oh no, this ain't gonna work. This is not gonna work. So I had to revisit everything. And I said, okay, so how about I get some manipulatives in front of their face and see if they can understand it better that way?
Wait,
And
what's manipulatives?
man, unifix cues, base 10 blocks,
No,
anything
no.
that stands on.
Pause. What? What is that?
Manipulatives. What is you talking about?
Is that
Anything,
new math?
man, anything that's hands on that they can manipulate and help them better understand mathematics a little bit more efficiently. You know, so
Gotcha.
I put them in front of their face and it kept them engaged the entire lesson. I was like, okay, this worked for first grade. And my principal was like, you did so well in first grade, so let's move you up to fourth grade next year. After my first year teaching, I was like, oh, the behavior's a little different up there. The kids starting to smell themselves a little bit when they hit the fourth grade. So I got a fourth grade and I started doing the same thing, teaching lecture style, and they were not paying attention. They were doing other things. And that's when behavior problems actually start to exist inside your classroom when kids aren't paying attention. So I
Okay.
was like, okay, what if I can bring some of the tools that I used in first grade up to fourth grade? Brought them up to fourth grade, and then next thing you know, bam, they engaged. They using those manipulative, the same strategies that I used in first grade worked in fourth grade, and then eventually worked in fifth grade as well. I was like, hey, I might got something here. I might got something here. So just going to different professional developments and learning the different types of manipulatives, and then implementing them into my lessons and making it fit me so that the kids can better understand it as well. That's how I really got into understanding that, hey, math is my thing. Math is my thing, because when I was younger, I really I ain't like school that much. I ain't like school that much, and then the math that we learned is completely different from the math that they're currently learning. So
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. Shawnee, I need you to mute your mic when you're not talking. Unfortunately, we're getting feedback across this thing. But you were going to ask a question, Shawnee. Go ahead.
So I was going to ask a question. My daughter is actually in Montessori school,
Mhm.
and I noticed it sounds like a lot like what you're talking about, because when they can make that connection between something they can physically touch
Mhm.
and a concept, it goes better. But can we talk about for a second the absence of Black male teachers and how critical that would be for you to teach in elementary school, when many of them may be missing that male figure and actually need that authority in the classroom, for a good foundation.
Yes, definitely. When I was in elementary school, I didn't see any black males. I didn't get my first black male teacher until high school. Uh, I understand why a lot of men that go into college don't want to jump into education because it's not a high paying field. But you don't do it for the money. You do it to give back to the community and to make sure that you impact the next kid because you're more relatable. A lot of the school systems, the Title I school systems, the boys they have absent fathers. So they're egging, they want that authoritative person inside their life, and just talking to them, being able to relate to them, understanding that I feel where you come from. I understand it, I get, that you don't have, your father's not there and you're struggling and you having anger issues and you don't know how to harness your anger in this environment because no one's teaching you that. But then once you become an adult, they want you to know how to problem conflict, and just understand that they want you to be able to articulate how you feel in the moment. But if you haven't been taught that throughout your life, then it's going to be hard for you to do it once you become a professional. So you try to get them as young as possible, and then you pull them to the side when they have an outburst, and then you talk to them and be like, "Hey, this is how you handle these situations." And it's trial and error. It's trial and error. They're not going to get it the first time. It's going to be constant feedback that you have to give to these students, but they're getting it instead of just letting them get away with certain things, and then they just got to find out the hard way once they get older. So I tell every black male, if you don't want to get into the actual teaching field, at least come in and speak to the boys and let them know, hey, we're here. We're here to teach you in any way we can.
That's phenomenal, and it is so needed. You hit on so many different valid points about young black males, especially not seeing those role models. Um, Representation is crucial. It matters,
Yes.
and so the fact that you're in the school system is a phenomenal thing, and I applaud you. Thank you so much for all the mothers out there that have men children, boys in their family lineage that don't really have a father figure in front of them. But you made a substantial point when you said, even if you don't want to teach, give back to the community that gave to you.
Yes.
And that's important. So I'm so grateful to hear you say that. Let's pivot a little bit and talk about the book signing that you and I met at. What was your impression of the book signing? What did you like about the Petersburg Public Library? Will you attend again? And did you have great success in selling your books there?
So it was actually my first time actually going into the
Mine
Petersburg
too.
Public Library.
Mine too.
I didn't know the renovations that they've done. It was phenomenal. I was like, oh my goodness, this is a fantastic library. And I wouldn't have known that if I wouldn't have been invited into the Black Authors Expo that they held. So walking in, it was just so heartwarming to be around so many positive Black authors. And we just feedback. It was nobody throwing shade at anyone else. Everybody was just happy to be in that environment. And then we got up and we were able to present to the audience, give a 3-minute spiel about our actual book. And just hearing the different genres, being everybody's so open, nobody's nervous. We felt like a big family inside, and nobody had the need to be nervous. It was very heartwarming. It was very welcoming, and it was encouraging as well because I just published my book last July. So I'm like, oh man, everything is new. Everything is new that I'm doing right now. And just to get so much feedback from different people saying, hey, I'm glad you did what you did. Our kids need to see that representation in your book and to realize that, hey, math isn't as difficult as they perceive it to be.
Yes.
And with kids, they see us and they see the finished product.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand the journey that we went through to get to this finished product.
Ooh,
all they see is the finished product, So just being able to when they come up to my table, to let them know this is a way that you can learn the mathematics, because that's what I was doing with the kids coming up to my table at the Petersburg Black Authors Expo, and just saying, hey, these are ways you can learn it a little bit more efficiently inside the classroom if your teacher is struggling with showing you certain things, and then your parents, the way they learned it and the way you're learning it now is completely different as well. So this is a way you can bridge that gap to help them better understand it, and a way you can better understand it as well. Yeah, but man, the Petersburg Black Authors Expo was phenomenal, man. I would definitely be back.
Me too.
To next year, it's gonna be even bigger and better than it was this year.
Mm-hmm. So what I saw was you sitting next to me, and children were coming up. I thought there weren't a lot of children books in the expo. And so I was really fascinated by what you did, demonstrating how to do math. And so when I saw students come up and you just really just welcomed them, come over, I want to show you how to do something. And they were doing problems on your little whiteboard there. It was just refreshing to see a black male teaching math, and B, the welcoming, the comfort and compassion you have for students. So I applaud you so much, and I wanted to expose you on this show to people who are looking for ways for your students to understand math. You got to connect with Barry Beck. You got to connect with him. His book, I want him to talk about his book that he has published and what's in it. Take it away, Barry.
So Barry's mathematical journey is actually a story about a young boy who's entering second grade named Barry. With all he feel like he the man. He goes in there with all the confidence in the world. Then he gets a real piece of humble pie from his teacher, giving him second grade mathematics, and he's not getting any of the questions right. And he reaches out to his best friend Jorge, who's from Mexico, and he's struggling with mathematics as well. So both of them are struggling with math, and the teacher isn't giving them any intervention to help them better understand it. So when that happens inside the classroom with boys anyway, and girls as well, when they don't understand something, they start playing. They start playing, and they get disgruntled, and it's going to be hard to reel them back in because you didn't take that time to take them aside and let them know that, hey, this isn't what you should be doing inside the classroom, and this is how you can better understand the math. So it's definitely a journey. Barry goes home to his mom, his dad, his sister that's older than him, and none of them can show him the mathematics either. So Barry is just lost. He's going to school in math. He's not learning anything. Him nor Jorge. They just playing the whole time. Then the teacher all of a sudden asks him another question, and he gets it wrong again. And then he's irate, and he's like, "Oh my goodness, I can't do this. I can't do it. I don't want to be in second grade no more. Just put me back in first grade because this is too difficult." So he becomes a little bit discouraged. He becomes discouraged. And then next thing you know, Miss Hall, the phenomenal math interventionist, comes into the picture, and she begins to show Barry how to do mathematics through the pictorial representation, through the concrete models, and then eventually learn the actual second grade math through abstract models. So
well, I hope you don't put all them big highfalutin words in the book for children.
So I made it a graphic novel because I was like, okay, I have to make sure that I keep the kids' interest the entire time as they're reading. Because if I don't make it enticing, they're going to pick it up, look at it, read the first 2 pages, and then throw it away. I ain't reading this no more. This is about math. But I made it a graphic novel so it looks like a comic book. So they're flowing through it and they're reading it and they're like, oh my goodness, what's going on? I can't believe everything that's going on. So they're learning, they're reading, they're getting fluency, they're learning math. Two times, killing 2 birds at once.
That's wonderful.
Wow. I have a question for you. Is there a particular student that you can think of that really impacted you the most, that really made you feel like this is what I should be doing?
So I've always had the somewhat behavior issue classrooms. My last year in the classroom, they had like 20 boys and like 4 girls inside my room.
Wait. You said that your last day in the classroom.
My last year teaching, I had like 20 boys and 4 girls. Now I'm a math coach, a Title I math coach. So I oversee math in the entire elementary school. So I basically go inside the classrooms, make sure that the teachers are teaching engaging lessons in mathematics inside the actual classroom. But my last year teaching, I was like, oh my goodness, y'all just piling it on me. I get the boys want a positive male role model, but whoo, we got some behaviors in here. I can't pinpoint one student in particular because all of them were different. All of my classrooms were different. All the boys were different. All the girls were different. Okay, I have one. He originally wasn't in my class at the beginning of the year. He was in another 5th grade class, but he was so irate, and his mom had him on medicine, but he wouldn't take it when he was in school. So when he went on medicine, he's just running all over the classroom. We couldn't sit still, anything. So the principal was like, all right, Mr. Beck, we need you to get this kid. He's a transfer, so we didn't know he was going to behave like this. He wasn't here last year. Can we put him in your room a month into the year. I was like, okay, that's fine. He comes into my room. He still wouldn't take his medicine like the first couple of weeks. And I was like, okay, you ain't gonna be doing this. You ain't about to mess up what I got going on in this classroom right now. So I pulled him to the side one day when they were going to gym, and I asked him, I said, why don't you take your medicine? He said, well, Mr. Beck, when I take my medicine, I can't eat. I lose my appetite. So I would rather not take it and eat than take it and not be able to eat. I'm like, oh, well, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. So I ended up making a deal with him and saying, all right, I will bring you your favorite snack if you take it. And then once you can eat your snack and then you take it, and then boom, it can help you better with your education because you're not learning anything just running around the classroom. So boom, made that deal with him. He was like, all right, Mr. Beck, we good. We got you. And for the rest of the school year, he was a model kid learning mathematics. He actually scored the highest on the actual SOL test in math. But you wouldn't have known that because nobody ever took the time to sit down with this kid and understand why he wouldn't take his medicine. And I was like, it just didn't make sense to me. Mom getting it for you for a reason. But I say all that to say, sometimes it's as easy as a conversation. Yeah. It's as easy as a conversation with a kid to understand why they're behaving the way they're behaving inside the classroom. It's as simple as a conversation.
My mother said that all the time. She's a early childhood education professional. Mm-hmm. And she said that all the time. Kids that act out, they're just seeking attention and they just need somebody to talk to them and understand them. That's it. Mm-hmm. That is so good. That's a great story. You gotta coin some of this stuff. I know you have to be cognizant of FERPA, but you got to coin some of this stuff and put it down so other people can understand what is needed in the classroom with these students. Shawnee, what you got? She said, I don't know what I got. I got another question.
Okay.
What's next for Barry Beck? You have this book that's out already. Uh-huh. You said this is all new to you. So what can BHS and Associates help you do?
What you're doing right now. Just giving me a platform to just reach out to and reach as many people as possible. I have my book 2 coming out next month, July 5th, which is on my birthday. And I have my interactive journal that actually has activities that parents can use that directly correlates with book 1 and book 2. So that's what's in store. I have a countless number of book festivals that I will be attending. I have the Juneteenth Festival here at Dory Park that I'll be coming to on June the 21st from 4 to 8. I'll be a vendor there. So yes, just getting out to as many places as possible, exposing as many kids as possible because a lot of kids have difficulties with mathematics, even adults as well. So just helping them understand that, hey, it's okay, things happen. Let's just find another avenue for you to learn the mathematics that's being presented. And that's the biggest thing, just showing that perseverance that they need in order to succeed in life because it's transferable. If you give up on this one thing, who does it say when you try another thing, you're going to give up as well? I need you to be able to persevere through this thing. And even if you don't become a mathematician, at least this is something that you didn't give up on and you kept going throughout that journey.
That's facts. And the fact that you need math your whole life, okay? Mm-hmm. It may not be trigonometry, but you definitely need math your whole life. You need to know how to add and subtract. You need to know how to multiply and divide. You have a website that we can go to?
Yes, you can go to www.mathemagicaljourney.com. Also,
wait a minute. People can't even spell mathematics.
Mathemagical. I spelled it www.mathemagican journey journey.com. Mathemagicaljourney.com.
Let me put on my coaching hat real quick for you. Mm-hmm. You will have to come up with another domain name.
Okay.
Mathematical. What is it?
Mathemagical
journey.
So all it is my book. Except for Barry.
I'm trying to get the acronym. MMJ.
MMJ.com.
.com.
I gotta change it.
You gotta find it. No, leave the one you have.
Yeah, I got you.
Leave the one you have.
Okay.
Find a combo.
Okay.
that's easy for people to remember, because you want to be able to tell them mmj.com or barrywbeck.com.
Got you. Okay.
Because we can spell Barry.
Yeah.
We can spell Beck.
Yeah.
Put the letter in the middle and you got a .com.
It's too long. I got you. When I initially started,
no, it's not that it's too long. It's that you don't want people confused with how to spell anything when they're trying to get to you. It's like having water in the desert. It's out there.
Yeah.
But if nobody know how to get there,
yeah,
they don't get nourishment.
Yes, ma'am. You're completely right. Right.
So not to be right or wrong, but to just think about the mnemonics of mathemagical being a word that not a lot of people will be able to articulate when you say it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't spell it for them and they ain't got their pen and paper right there, you might be missing these things called just for spelling.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yes.
That's my coaching 101 tip for today. So
I just have to ask.
Yes.
Is Barry going on any more mathemagical journeys?
Yeah. So Barry is going to be going on a mathematical journey for 2nd grade place value, 3rd grade multiplication, 4th grade division, and 5th grade fractions. We going to follow Barry all through elementary school, and we going to get this thing going.
That's so
wonderful. Get this thing going.
That is so wonderful. And the fact that you have a journey for each one of those grades is super exciting. And she over there pretending. She is the eyes, ears, feet, hands of BHS and Associates. And I am excited that she's a part of our team and she keeps things rolling for me. So I'm really, really grateful for Shawnee Smith. And thank you so much, Barry. How do we get in touch with you again? Slower this time.
You can find my website at www.mathmagicaljourney, MATHEMAGICAL journey.com.
Yes, we got
it. You can also purchase my book at www.mathemagicaljourney.com. It's also available on Amazon.
Awesome.
So yes, any of those major website, Walmart, you can get it at Walmart, you can get it at Target, anything on the online, you can purchase it.
We don't shop at Target. Sorry, I'm just
saying. Disregard Target.
Well, we are so grateful for your presence. We're so grateful for what you're doing in the community. It is needed and necessary. And again, representation matters. And so we're so happy that you're in this space so that you can help us, all of us, with mathematics, as well as the children, especially the children. And so I have some other ideas for you to get more exposure, and we'll talk about those offline. This is your last outtake of what do you want to tell young people out there before we end the show? What would be one nugget you want to drop for them?
Just start. If you have an idea in mind, just start. Don't have to worry about how it's going to look and what it's going to be like. Just get started. Because Barry's mathematical journey started with just an idea and me just sitting down and I just started writing. And now it turned into this. I had no idea it was going to look like this, but God is just working. God is just working and he's flowing through me. So again, just start. If I can give anybody any advice, just get started and then figure things out as you go.
Things seem to fall into place if you just start.
Yes.
Martin Luther King said it best. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Right? With that, I know what time it is. You know what time it is. It's time for you to step into your greatness. Thank you so much, Barry Beck, for being here. Thank you so much, Shawnee Smith, for always holding it down. And Mark Lee behind the scenes. We thank you so much. That is our show for today. Make sure you keep up with Barry Beck. Go to mathemagicaljourney.com and get that book because it's going to help somebody in your family, and maybe you. Thank you. That's all we have for today.